Could you just walk us through your dissertation? Maybe the main questions that it asks?
Sure. Yeah, big question. So I'll start more broadly. The dissertation broadly can focuses on three different aspects: migration, minority communities, and religion/secularism. Uh, and so I start kind of with what is the importance of this dissertation. So over the past now 8 years almost, since 2011, almost 8 years. Uh, Obviously, there's been a huge migratory wave from the Middle East to Europe, but also, Canada, the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And involved in kind of the aftermath of the 2011 uprisings, Middle Eastern Christians have also been not only targets of particular violences, but have been involved in migrating themselves to escape particular situations. And so the reason that I have focused particularly on the Copts, Coptic Orthodox Christians from Egypt, in thinking about what this migratory wave means, is for a variety of factors. And I'll just briefly outline three. The first is that Egypt is actually, it's either the largest or second largest, it fluctuates every year, the largest recipient of the green card lottery,
Mm-hmm.
which obviously has been in the news over the past year or two, whether it's going to be eliminated
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. And a vast majority of those people that have received the green card lottery for certain structural reasons have been Christians in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
And so this program has been around since the 1990s, but more and more Christians have applied for it from Egypt. And so part of the reason, why Copts are important to thinking about migration from Egypt is because there's a lot of them that are migrating. The second is that, over the past few years in particular, but since 2011, Copts have been a particular target in Egypt. Since 2015, let's say, they have been a very specific target for ISIS or Daesh. And that has particular meanings for kind of Western political geopolitics and foreign policy and things like that. And the third reason, in particular, to kind of think about these questions is that the Copts, as a Christian minority community, and the largest Christian minority community from the Middle East, coming to the United States, they have interacted with various Christian denominations in interesting ways, whether that be evangelicals for particular political reasons, or actually other Orthodox Christians that they are trying to kind of figure out their positions with in the U.S. context. So it's literally a minority community immigrating to be another minority community in the United States. And the reason that, I'm focusing on transnational anxieties with the community is that this migratory shift raises questions of how the community, not only administratively in terms of the Coptic Orthodox Church, but personally in different communities throughout the United States and throughout Egypt, how they are defining themselves. Who are we? Are we Copts? Are we Orthodox? Are we just other Christians? Are we a very small minority might ask, are we Arabs? And so these particular questions produce a lot of anxieties around, how do we maintain our community in a very cohesive way? And it's produced a lot of debates and tensions and anxieties in the community. And to kind of think about these questions, I did work between Upper Egypt in a village called Bahjura near Nega Hamedi, and the New York, New Jersey area, and literally just followed people that were leaving the village to come to the United States and through the green card lottery, sometimes family reunification, sometimes people claiming asylum in the United States, and tried to kind of survey different uh, sections of the community to understand how they are defining themselves and what those debates actually are. Because a Coptic person in Staten Island, has a completely different understanding of who they are and what their church means to them, what being Coptic means, what being Orthodox means, than somebody from a smaller village in Upper Egypt who imagines America to be something much different than what those Cops in the United States that actually live here experience it as. And then kind of vice versa, how Cops in the United States imagine Cops and their brethren in Egypt to be. So it's really kind of thinking about how those tensions play out in a multi-sided transnational approach.